I am fascinated by a lot of things. And some things I'm fascinated by, I really don't know why I'm fascinated by them, but I am. And the reason why I'm fascinated by them is very simply that they're just fascinating. And one of the things which is to me my most coveted of fascinations is the person called the Karen. Now, anybody who knows me knows that if they've spent any appreciable amount of time with me, they know that I am smitten by Karen, the individual who finds herself arrested over nothing, pulled over for something seemingly innocuous, absolutely devoid of any kind of nothing at all difficult, nothing at all problematic, nothing. A tail light that's out or whatever. But for some reason, and you can see this, and there are these wonderful shows you can watch. For some reason, they fight. They fight repeatedly. They fight to the point where you're saying, "Wait a minute, this can't be. This cannot be." Why are so many people involved in this behavior that starts off again with nothing? Nothing. A light that's out, a registry, nothing. And they go through these behaviors. First of all, why did you stop me? Why did you stop me? Well, I looked and your license was expired. Well, but why did you stop me? I don't know. I don't really need a reason, but I just stopped you. I wanted to stop you. I wanted to stop you because I just wanted to. Or maybe you were swerving, or it doesn't matter. The police, in order to stop you, must have a valid reason. They can't pull you over and just say, "Hey, you're a black feller, aren't you?" No, that's no good. But if they pull you over because they ran your tag and you don't have a tag or a license or a registration, that's okay. It's okay. It's one of those things that it's just axiomatic. And if there's one thing, dear friend, I want you to remember, if there's one thing I want you to remember from your Uncle Lenny here, you can beat the rap, but you can't beat the ride. You can do whatever. You may go to court and sue. You may be correct. Very rarely happens. But right now, this man or woman with the badge is the boss. They don't want to hear this sovereign citizen bullshit, which I do not understand. I must have been missing asleep in class that day. I don't know what these people are. And they love to say, "You don't understand. I'm not driving. No, I'm traveling. I'm not driving," or I don't know what the hell it is. Meaning I'm doing something not in a commercial venture. You have no jurisdiction to stop me because what I'm doing is not considered. And they'll hand him some piece of, I don't know what, some card that's notarized, a passport. And this poor cop says, "I just pulled you over. Do you have a license?" "I don't have to show you a license. I'm a Moorish, More, some island. I have no idea where this comes from. I don't have a registration." And there are people, forgive me, God, forgive me, forgive me, what I'm about to say. But there are people, many of them of a certain demographic, who do not have licenses, do not have photo IDs, do not have anything with a picture on it, do not have registration, do not have anything. Nothing. Nothing. I don't have this. I may have a picture, so I don't know what it is. Why you can't? Why did you stop me? And then when you say I stopped you because you were swerving or but why are you stopping me? Why are you stopping me? Again, I'm doing it because but why are you stopping me? God damn it, I told you. I know my rights. Or they do one of these, or the phone. Pretend this is a phone. So he's stopping me right now and he's pulling me over. He wants to know what is your badge number? What's your badge number? Why'd you stop me? And again, the cop says, how many times are you going to ask me? How many times? They just do this. Can I call my mama? What? Can I call my mother, my mama, my daddy? How old are you? 38. No, you can't do it. What are you talking about? Or it reeks of weed. This is the oldest thing in the book. This is almost like open. There's an open view exception to the warrant requirement. If something's in open view, you don't have to worry about it. It's just there. It's just there in front of you. What are you gonna do? For reasons I do not understand, people don't understand that when you roll down the window and it reeks of weed, and you say, "No, I do not have my medical marijuana card," they can search. Maybe they get the dog, maybe they don't. All this because you were an asshole when they pulled you over for something that was seemingly innocuous. And then they don't understand when the cop says, "Get out of the car." I know my rights. Whenever somebody says, "You know your rights," and they always talk about the MIMS case. I think it's Pennsylvania against MIMS. I've heard this a million times. MIMS, where it is not in any way constitutionally intrusive to ask somebody to leave their car, to leave the car, to get out of the car, Nothing constitutionally prohibitive of that. And then they will drag you, or they will shatter the window. That's my favorite. They'll shatter the window either with a baton or with these little devices they put in the right corner that are so wonderful. They just, and they hit it and it shatters. It's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life. It's just, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beauteous. And then there's glass that's shattered and people are screaming, and they will reach in and grab this person and pull this person out of the car flat down, and they're screaming, all because they didn't have a license, or because they refused to assist, or because they obstruct or oppose. This is obstruction of justice, or obstructing by virtue of this. So it turns into a felony. And if they pull back or grab, a lot of women think they can just get your hands. You touch a cop, you're through. They're through. And I watch these videos over and over and over because I love them. I love to see how these people fall apart. I love this. I don't know why. And I think it's emblematic. I think it's emblematic of our society. I think it's emblematic of the mental health decline. It is just beyond. And when you see how crazy, drunk, violent, how anybody can be a cop today, I have no idea. Now, I handled a slew of traffic cases. We always, when you're a brand new prosecutor, you do this. I had no idea. And I think it's worse right now. It is worse right now because of the fact that social media actually encourage these crazy people to act crazily. I really believe this. I think social media makes these people act crazily. I do. I honest to God, so help me God, I truly, honestly do. I think that it's a bit paradoxical that instead of people being allowed to learn from this and actually to have this particular obstreperous behavior decrease in frequency, it's the opposite. It's the weirdest thing. And not only cars, airports. Just this one, and this idea that if I'm upset, if I'm nervous, let me see your supervisor. Where the hell did that come from? I'm not talking to you unless you get a sergeant here. Then know I am a sergeant. Get the lieutenant. Get the captain. Why don't you call the chief of police or maybe the mayor? Where did this come from? They learned this from watching this on YouTube or TikTok or whatever it is. But in the meantime, I'm going to tell you something right now, and I in no way mean to explain this away. I love this, and you know what? I'm sick. I'm sick because I love to see the cops beat the shit. I mean, they don't really beat them, but I want to see them down. I love when they're called, what's the name of this? Where they block them. They basically hog tie them. And there's a word for it. They put them in this harness device where they wrap their legs almost like swaddling. There's a name, not cull, not blocker. Anyway, I love that. I love it. And then you see people blow a 0.34, 0.35, 0.3. If you or I were drinking to the point that we had a 0.3 BAC, we'd be in the hospital. They're talking. And they're 20 years old. These are roaring alcoholics. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be talking to you more about Karens. Please, I hope you know. You're right. Fred says, tasers, you're right. They don't do their job. You zap them and some people say, what is this? Other people, they start doing the curly, they go through these routines. It's phenomenal. So, dear friends, I just wanted to take this moment out to welcome you on board. And to put down in your comments, what's your favorite? If you have a link, my favorite one I'm gonna put up one time is give me the ticket or give them a ticket. I'm gonna talk about that one. It is by far the greatest. So do me a favor, let me know in the comment section. Give me links to your favorite videos. If you'd like me to comment, break it down legally. Let me know. This is a guilty pleasure, but it's real, and I think kids seriously should see what happens because. God bless the police. Listen, they may be like jerks from time to time. I understand this. But for what they do, God bless them. And God bless you, my friend. Live right now from a very cold 22 degrees in New York City, right off of the Hudson River. Freezing. Ready to go into the studio later on. Overnights on WABC. Overnights. 770 WABC. Motel eviction. Freddie knows his stuff. Motel evictions. I love this. Cops are more polite with body cams. You are right about that, Fever. And Travis Downing says the patience of some of these officers is saintly. Absolutely. And Maria, my Aussie friend, God bless yous. You know the routine. Let's do this again, shall we? Let's do this again. I just wanted to say hello. I just wanted to remind you that Lionel Legal is here. Come on board. Sign up. Are you subscribed? We'll have a gay old time. Well, that's what the Flintstones used to say. All right, dear friends. We'll talk more about this. Have a great and glorious day. And until we meet again, remember, this is your new best friend, Lionel, telling you to comment, and subscribe, and like as you see fit.